Now, a sneak peek of the three-night special investigation. Is O.J. innocent? The missing evidence.
I found this knife inside that public storage facility. I believe this is the weapon that killed Nicole Simpson and Ron Goldman.
When Bill said he had the murder weapon and I saw the knife, I'm like, wow. The fact that that was in that storage locker that Bill uncovered was amazing to me.
I want you to pull it out and look at it at this point. When we measured it, it fit perfectly with what the medical examiner had told us of the lacerations sustained by Nicole. Now, you notice the one thing that I haven't done in the period of time of having this knife, I never allowed anybody to open the stitching because I felt possibly there may be some blood inside.
This is an elaborate story. There's a lot of people out there that aren't going to believe it. How do we address it?
With facts.
And if the facts don't line up, we're going to call it as we see it.
I want the truth, and I think that's what the general public wants. They want the truth for a change, and I think we're in a position to give it to them.
Clearly, there's some unanswered questions both the victims and the families deserve to have answered, and that's what Chris and I are here to do. We're here to look at it with a fresh set of eyes, weed through all the bull, and figure out what we have. I was ready to go right that second and start working on it.
The team is meeting with Mark Taylor, a forensic scientist at one of the top private forensic labs in Southern California. The lab will examine the knife and its sheath for microscopic amounts of blood. If they find anything, they can use DNA testing to see if this blood belongs to Nicole Brown Simpson, Ronald Goldman, or persons unknown.
Set it down there. The presumptive test we used allows us a very sensitive color test that's very quick, and so we can determine quite quickly if something is blood. If we get a positive, then we have to do additional tests, of course, to determine if it's human blood. So,
how long would you be able to detect blood in that sheath in its current condition right now? How long would the blood actually last?
If it's been stored dry for tens of years, 10, 20, 30 years, not a problem. You'll be able to get detection from it. If bacteria grow on it, you'll end up with them feeding on the blood, and they can destroy the DNA in it and destroy the ability to detect the blood, too. It's negative. That one's negative, so we didn't detect anything on that, so.
The one thing that I made a point of never doing is to open the sheath of the knife, because if they pull blood off the sheath, it would be another piece to the puzzle falling into place.
As you might imagine, threads are a really good area to trap blood because it's very difficult to wash it out of the thread material, so. No, a little bit of something.
Yeah.
So there was a color change on that one. It's a positive reaction, something that just came up. We'll do additional testing to try to determine whether it is blood or not, and then we'll see if we can isolate DNA from the material in it.
Getting a positive hit on Jason's knife was huge. For all we know, the blood could belong to Ron and Nicole. If we can link this knife to the murders, that's a real game changer. We could solve this case.
There's something here, and this deserves a complete and thorough investigation.
Is O.J. innocent? The missing evidence. The three-night special investigation begins Sunday, January 15th at 9, only on Investigation Discovery.